In February of 2012, Trey was 15 years old, and he began to complain of stomach pain. We noticed he began to lose weight after coming home from Carterville football practice, where he was a dragon on the Carterville football team. It finally got to the point that he couldn't stand up. After a trip to the ER, they called us the next morning to tell us that Trey had a mass on his pancreas and his liver and several other locations. After the trip to Lebanon, we were transferred to St. Jude. We were in total shock. Trey went down very fast. Matter of fact, he lost 30 pounds in 1 week. It wasn't until March the 6th that he was diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic adenocarcinoma. This is a very rare cancer for a 15-year-old, and he did not meet the criteria for clinical trials because of his age. I could not deliver that news to him. So his oncologist told him that the disease was terminal and there was no treatment. He was given 11 months with chemo and 3 months without chemo. His reply was, "I'll either be healthy here or I'll be healthy in heaven." He then tweeted Hakuna Matata from the Lion King, which means no worries. The community immediately responded with the hashtag Pray for Trey, a campaign which spread throughout the nation. Even though Trey had many procedures and chemo at West Clinic in St. Jude, he passed on July 5th, just 4 months after his diagnosis, and he wanted to use his faith as a platform to assure others that God was in control of his life, not the cancer. I'll never forget what he said in his testimony video. He said, "I'm not doing anything but sending out a tweet from a Bible verse I read that day, and all the glory goes to God in everything. I'm not inspiring anybody. I'm being used by God, and I'm just wanting all the glory to go to Him, and none to me." That was Trey. He did live that throughout his cancer. Even though there were days that he could not see the writing on the page of his devotion book or his Bible, they still remained next to his head with his phone and his remote. Many days I would read his devotion to him when he couldn't, and we would marvel at what God was doing that day and providing him with strength just to roll over. His faith and family were everything to him. We knew that God had prepared him for a purpose. He accepted that purpose with such grace and with humor, and if you knew Trey, you knew that very well. I still have to ask myself, was he really my child because of the gift that God had given me? He left a legacy that God used to bring many to him, and our family prays that his legacy will continue to live on, to fight with faith.